What's up, people? It's your boy Jay. Right now, I want to discuss the Fade 2016. My man John's putting on something for the South. You know, I'm from the South, so I respect it. I like it a lot. I just want to do a quick prediction blog. Man, these things might not be quick. I'm gonna be real with you. All right, these are raw, uncut. I just do it on my phone, then I upload it. So the quality's gonna get better over time. Bear with me. I just seen an interview with John and the PG bloggers talking about Daylyt, right? Now I'm a John the Don fan, but I'm gonna say I agree and disagree with his viewpoints about Daylyt. I agree with the fact that, and disagree with the fact that Daylyt ain't that crazy. Now I think Daylyt is the top 5 out of all battle rappers. He's one of the best lyricists in battle rap. One of the most talented. And I mean, if you were to put John and Daylyt on a scale of pen, I think Daylyt's far ahead of John pen-wise. Because he has such an intricacy that a lot of people don't. Like, the only people near his level as far as like intricate lines is like Lux. You got Chilla Jones, QP, JC, maybe Averb. You know what I'm saying? If Averb really gets into it. But Daylyt, that's just how he regularly raps. And I think he's had he had memorable classics. Like when Daylight's really trying, he has memorable classics. And he has very effective lines. The oops battle, the verb battle. Daylight's one of those rappers who can make you feel what he's saying. Like, it hits hard. You know what I'm saying? So, actually, the Fade 2016 is going to be in the next video. This video, I just want to address John versus Daylyt. I believe that Daylyt is one of the greatest battle rappers alive. Now, with that being said, he does, just like I said in the last video, a lot of smoky mirror effects. You understand? A lot of that. You feel me? Like, when he raps quickly, if you're really listening to what he says, it's just regular bars. But the flow is so good that you're like, oh, snap! You know what I'm saying? You go crazy. You're like, yeah, keep it going, Quill. And it's cool. But the substance, you know what I'm saying? Substance sometimes isn't there. When he was going against Verb and he was doing that, that's when it was effective. First of all, it was cool because it was the first time we seen it. Secondly, he was talking about his situation at the house. Saying like, you think I'm a fool or you think I'm stupid or whatever like that. You know, and then he was just going into it, telling him why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why I'm still the GOAT. In the side, what he did, and I might address this in another video, what he did when he threw the fight against T-Rex, nobody really mentioned or addressed that. He said he was giving money to throw the fight, so it's not like he was just bullshitting, which, you know, he does anyway. But I mean, to me, that just further confirms that the whole thing was rigged just so T-Rex could move up. I'm not hating, I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? From the jump, you could already tell. You know what I'm saying? He came in, they already had their like tournament brackets, and then he jumps in, he picks off Cortez. Cortez obviously isn't gonna be ready for that. He knocks Cortez out, then he bows the other niggas, and he's just bam, spitting it. And T-Rex, yeah, he's used to always having bars on deck and knowing what he's doing, but still. It was all fake, man. And then the thing with Daylyt, how he threw the fight, that's crazy. But my bad. As I was saying though, Daylyt, to me, here's the 3 things that people gotta watch out for when they're watching Daylyt. 1, he has this Yoda type of style where he could say the regular way you would say a bar, you know what I'm saying? I do this to you like a bam. He sort of reverses it, you know? So it's more intricate. It's a pin game thing, but he's inverting it. So it's still the same bar. It just sounds colder. You understand? I feel like a lot of times when I see him, he's inverting stuff that I've just heard before, and then people are like, "Woo!" Whereas like, calm down. You know, it's really not that good, but it just sounds hot. Daylyt can make something really sound hot. And then there's the fact that he does that quick flow where he's like throwing all these punches, and the niggas just go crazy because he's going at it. And he knows he's doing it, and he's just making y'all look stupid. And thirdly, I feel like he tends to reuse rhymes. Like he says it differently. Now a lot of battle rappers do that, but I don't know, I hear it. Certain things from him, older wise, you know, all that stuff. My bad. That's something different. He tends to reuse rhymes, but he also tends to take a word and he breaks it down. Sometimes it's hot, but other times when you're really listening to it, it could either be hot or it could be like, that was cool. Like when he went against O-Red, I thought he did great, but I really think O-Red 3-0'd him because I felt like O-Red's was just crazy. But a lot of Daylyt's rounds were good. It was really good, but it was the smoky mirror effects that made it even better. And I was sort of sick and tired of the quick flow, man. Like the nigga did that against Verb, it was hot. Did it against Solomon. If he didn't do it against Solomon and then did it against O-Red, it probably would have been hot because it would have been a long time between seeing them. But you know, it is what it is, man. Regardless though, Daylyt has an ability to, he marries both bars and pen with performance. Not too many people could do that. Certain people reign more on performance than they do bars, and certain people reign more on bars than they do performance. Now, if Daylyt brings the Daylyt versus Clips, the Daylyt versus Mad Child, even that one, Daylyt versus the past day Daylyt was nice. If you really listen to what he was saying, it was cold. If Daylyt brings the Daylyt versus Verb, I hope he's not doing the fast rapping because he's gonna lose to most people. You've done it way too many times, and he just did it in the J Murder battle. You knew he was bullshitting that time. If Daylyt brings those Daylyts to John, now Daylyt obviously didn't take J Murder too seriously, which is making me think he's serious about John. Now he's been trolling John for a while, talking about eating his ass, and now pause, man. I hate that I even had to say that, but he's been trolling him, so hopefully he comes with it. If he doesn't, then John's gonna smoke him because John wants to get him out of here. If you've seen that interview, John's going to kill Daylyt. You get me? And that's gonna add to John's stock. I feel John has built himself to a point where he has what it takes to beat Daylyt. But I can't sit here and say he's better than Daylyt, because to me, Daylight's on the level. If you really want to see, really want to compare Daylyt to somebody, he's on the level of Lux and Hollow. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not dick riding. I'm not even a Daylyt fan. I just think he's cool. But I gotta say it the way it is, man. He's on the level of a Lux and Hollow. If Daylyt took a battle with Hollow seriously, it would be a classic. If he took a battle with Lux seriously, it would be a legendary battle. Let's keep it real. We've seen what he does lyrically. So he's on that level. But on a platform like Bullpen, I just don't know if he's really going to come with something that crazy. You get me? I feel like he's going to wait for like a really, really big platform and a really, really big name. But John isn't like the weak competition, not weak, but the competition that he's had so far, because their stock isn't that high. So to me, the reason why I'm talking about Daylyt so much, it all depends on how he comes. Because John's obviously going to come crazy. But it depends. If Daylyt comes with the best Daylyt he could, it's going to end up a classic. Because this ain't going to be, I don't think it's going to be a regular John. I think he's really going to try to kill him. And he's back at home. So he's about to put on for his people. But we'll see. I'm going to talk more about this in the Fade prediction blog. Peace.